5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. That's gonna work great, man.
My name is Tico, and I've been working for Island Oasis for the last 12 years. It has been a long ride, and I thought we did a very good job developing the brand, developing the area, the Caribbean. I remember we started in Curacao. We had a little business in Aruba, and I got a chance to start doing it, and 12 years later we grew from 2 islands to, I believe, like 10 right now, and from a couple of thousand cases to almost 50,000 cases.
The whole island was on parade. It was a royal masquerade. The bats, the dragon, and the clown.
Actually, it's a funny story how this whole bartender competition started. I remember when I started working for Island Oasis like 12 years ago. Um, you know, everything was fresh, new. I got to know a lot of people, especially the guys that are in the front line selling the drinks, the bartenders, and everybody was very enthusiastic about the new product, this and that. And I remember a few of them, they're good friends of mine now. They asked me, hey, when are we going to, organize a bartender competition? In the meantime, 12 years went by. I was busy, everything went so fast, I was traveling so often, so I didn't really have time to think about it and to organize it. And since last year, since we had this global crisis, I had more time and I was thinking about it, and obviously, the tourist business was not so well anymore, so being creative to sell more drinks, I was thinking about the local markets. I mean, each particular island has a potential local market, the retail business, the local people, every weekend going out, having fun, having some drinks, this and that. So I started thinking about that, and I approached a friend of mine. He's a producer. His name is Sechni, and I told him about what I wanted to do. But I wanted to do it differently. I've seen a lot of bartender competition, but I wanted to do something different, something with more acting in it, comedy in it, dancing, kind of a show. And I approached, I remember, another friend of mine from the Bartender Association, and so we sit down in a weekend and we talk about it. And all of a sudden, this idea, became bigger and bigger and bigger. What we did then is I approached another friend of mine. He's in the actually completely different industry. He's in the building this industry. He is in the business of building houses and this and that. So I wanted to do something that would benefit actually 4 different groups. Normally when a competition, bartender competition is being organized, you have a few groups that has a lot of commercial interest in it, like big brands, a distributor, and they're out there, exposing their product, exposing their product lines and stuff, and that's about it. But I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something that I could benefit actually four groups that I was dealing with, which um, obviously was Island Oasis, the company I work with and I work for. Secondly, I'm from Curacao, so I wanted to do something for my island. The bartenders, which has been so loyal to us for over all these years, and finally my customers. So I had this idea to do something that would benefit all four of these groups. So the way we did it is we actually we recruit a group of sponsors, and we knew that we were going to do a production. It's going to be a production different. We wanted to do like a reality show where people actually become, everybody on the island becomes a bartender for a few weeks. So you can understand the value of a bartender, because in my country and in all the travels that I've been doing, I've seen a lot of changes taking place, and one of the unfortunate changes is that the bartender profession is like a dying profession. So in order to, and that is something that in my belief is unacceptable, because hey, this is the Caribbean, here is where it happens, here is where you come and you drink cocktails, this is where you know you come and have fun. So you need a bartender. Bartender is the best. It's your best friend actually when you come from the States, you come from Europe, you know, and you're all stressed out, working this and that, and you come now. So you need this guy. And that is really not what it used to be. So I wanted to put a focus on this profession so people knew what was going on with these guys, you know, the added value they had on the local market and obviously the industry that they are serving. And once you get that attention, everybody is related to these guys. You know, they get sympathized with these guys. So then you have everybody's attention. We're talking about the local market. Remember, the tourist industry is down. You need to be creative. So if we can get everybody out of their houses in the weekends, whatever, during the weeks, you know, going to karaoke nights, going to mojito nights, this and that, people spending money here, hey, still we can do good business, even when the tourist industry is not as what it used to be. But not only that, whenever you do that, obviously, you will benefit all the resorts, all the restaurants that, you know, that are involved too. My product will sell, Island Oasis obviously, and finally you will create a product nation-wise. You will create a product that will be, you know, only good to compete with other areas in the Caribbean, because in all the years that I've been traveling, I've seen so many islands, I've seen so many cultures, so many different developments, and I can tell you that Curacao has everything to offer. But one of the things that Curacao is weak in is the service in general, and there are other professions that need to be taken care of. But obviously, I'm in this industry, so this is what I do. When you look at Aruba, for example, you have all these immigrants coming from Colombia, from Venezuela, and all these areas. Humble people, they come to serve. For some reason, you know, and you see it in other islands as well, you know, the local peoples are reluctant to give service. You know, they think it's a bad thing. I don't really understand it, but anyways, that is an area that needs to be worked on. If you can work on that, I think Curacao is going to be, I mean, the last 5 years you can see that already has been developing very, very well, and is actually can compete really well with other islands in the area.